Today's show is sponsored by Microdose Gummies. Microdose Gummies deliver perfect entry-level doses of THC that help you feel just the right amount of good. Have you ever wondered what microdosing is? Those who microdose do so for a variety of reasons. It might be to reduce anxiety, get in the zone creatively, or recover after a strenuous workout. Multitaskers microdose so they can focus and get work done. Others might need it to reduce anxiety or to wind down the day and get some restful sleep. That's the reason I use it. I have always had trouble sleeping, and microdose gummies give me a leg up on that, if that's the way I can put it. I've never used the word leg up, but I just did. And microdose gummies does the job when it comes to sleep for me. Microdose, by the way, is available nationwide. To learn more about microdosing THC, go to microdose.com and use code LEWIS, LEWIS, to get free shipping and 30% off your first order. Links can be found in the show description, but again, that's microdose.com and code LEWIS. I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I said that nobody, and I mean nobody, likes waking up and feeling like crap. With GhostBed, you don't need to worry about that. At GhostBed, you'll find made in the USA mattresses with premium materials and backed by 20 to 25-year warranties. Plus, take 101 nights to break it in with their sleep trial. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedding accessories, or get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code LEWIS at ghostbed.com/Lewis for 40% off site-wide. Limited time only.
This could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
Hello there. Hello there. And before we get started on tonight's Rantcast, I just wanted to catch you up on the shows I'll be doing this week. Thursday, November 16th, Troy, New York, at their very beautiful, astonishing historical theater. Well worth the trip to Troy, and I'm not kidding. It's the Troy Savings Bank Music Hall. You have to go. It's on the second floor above a bank, and it's really quite something to see because they've kind of kept it in the way it was years ago. And I mean years and years and years ago. And then we go to Peekskill, New York, back to Peekskill, to Paramount Hudson Valley Theater on the 17th, the 18th, up to Waterbury, Connecticut, at the Palace Theater there, the Palace Theater, Webster Hall. Join me there if you wish, if Connecticut, if the Nutmeg State is calling you. And then finally, on to the Guard Arts Center in New London, Connecticut. And then after that, the week after, November 30th, at the Rocky Mount, Virginia. I've never been there, to the Harvester, and I will be harvesting, Performance Center, the Bristol, Tennessee, Paramount Bristol. And finally, that's on the 1st of December and the 2nd of December at the great city of Charlottesville, Virginia, at the Paramount there. I love that theater and I love that town. And onward to Morgantown, West Virginia, which I also like and have not been there in years, to the Metropolitan Theater. And that's what we've got for you today in terms of the shows I'll be at. I hate to put that out there, but it's easier than wandering around with a sandwich board. And just to remind those of you out there who might want to catch a show from here on in, because I may not be returning to some of those cities, that's for sure. The announcement has not reached you. It will reach you this week. And I'm not going to pursue it here because you'll be hearing about it, because we don't have time for that. What we have time for is the 153rd episode. Yes, this is the 153rd episode of Lewis Black's Rantcast, entitled Descending into Lunacy. Yes, we are. We are moments away from Thanksgiving. Gobbledy, gobbledy, gobble, gobble, gobble. Yes, sirree. A holiday that's being more overlooked each year because it's really just Christmas. It's Christmas, what it is. It's the start of Christmas, the official beginning of Christmas. I like to leave when this happens. I leave every Thanksgiving. I've discussed this time and time again. I get out of the country. It makes Christmas more manageable. It makes Christmas a normal, it's still a bloated tick of a holiday, but it's certainly makes it feel a lot shorter than it is because by the time you're through with Thanksgiving, at least for me, I am through with Christmas. I know there are many of you out there who would like to live in it all year long. And I was just up in Michigan this past week, 3 great shows up there in 3 really great towns, Saginaw, you idiot. And Sandusky, though, has a great amusement park. So it's 3 great shows, really wonderful shows and audiences in Michigan. I love Michigan. It's I've just spent so much time there as a kid. My brother went to the University of Michigan. Every third person I know comes from Michigan. And it was great to be back. And it took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I'm off to look for America. Great night there. Then we headed over to Kalamazoo and up to really one of the most beautiful little villages, Traverse City, if you get a chance. That one is, all of them are nice. That one is kind of fascinatingly beautiful little town by the water, and you might want to try to catch it. Not when it's cold as fuck, but, during that early spring, which comes, I guess, there at late July, but well worth your time. And it was certainly well worth mine. And I probably will be mentioning along the way some of the places I ate at, but I need to get on with this. I've got to get it going because I've got a big day tomorrow. I head down to Washington, D.C. The Love You Project has a benefit. If you don't know them, take a look them up, go to my website. We'll tell you where to go to find them. I've become involved with them. I believe in what they're doing. It's all about mental health, and especially mental health in the workplace, and it's well worth taking a look at, especially if you run a business or if you know someone who needs help, and or if it's just take a look, because otherwise I'll sit here and spin my wheels looking for the right words, and I don't have time. Because we are descending into lunacy. Hence why the Love You Project is very, very important. At this point, I had to get rid of a little thing that the idiots who run this website that I kind of record through constantly send me notes that have nothing to do with fucking reality. They keep telling me that I've run out of space, and I haven't run out of space. I've run out of space in my fucking head is where I've run out of space. So we are literally descending into lunacy. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about this. We are doing it in part as a nation. I keep yelling about that. But we are really doing it when it comes to governing ourselves and allowing really the House of Representatives as we are butt end up against the Thanksgiving holiday, which will be the hugest, one of the largest travel days of the year. And they are not getting any closer to stopping a government shutdown. And it just has to be stopped. It just has to be. It's lunatic at this point in time. And the level of fucking hypocrisy of these guys in Congress who will receive a salary to, shut down the government in order to prove what fucking point are you proving? You do not get that right. It's got to be, we just have to, I don't care if it's a constitutional amendment. I don't give a shit what it takes, but it'll take forever to get it. That it can't be, the Congress of the United States cannot decide whether the government stays open. We decide. It's us to us, the American people. You vote on the goddamn fucking thing, and then you pay the fucking thing. You vote on the budget, you pay the budget. That's it. Pure and simple. No discussion. No, we're going to do this in exchange for that and tit for tat. Fuck you. A few people don't get to run the gig. All right? Or it's not a democracy. And how, for years, we've allowed this shit to go on is beyond my comprehension. It's disgusting. You're not going to pay anybody. You're going to send people into flights with a group of folks who are not being paid to be traffic controllers that day. They're going to have to wait, and God knows what problems they have because we're not paying them enough. And then the TSA, you think they're going to give a shit? No. It's one of the reasons that the last time they finally had to say, okay, we can't shut the government down. The TSA they're not showing up to work, and rightfully so. They're making jack shit. Meanwhile, you're making in less than half of God knows you're making tons more than they are. Have some fucking conscience, all right? I'm leaving the country, and I do it every year, so that as I've said at the beginning, so that Thanksgiving makes if you leave, Christmas seems shorter. I get the hell out of here, and to be flying on a day when I'm kind of wondering if the guys up there who will be working overtime have enough sleep. Whew, that'll be good. My anxiety level's not high enough already, and what do we think of the new glasses? I can't tell yet. Part of me, of course, looked at them and said, "Wow, I think they make me look old," and then I realized I am. So that could be it too. We're very exciting on the upside. Great news. The strike is over. That's the SAG-AFTRA strike. The actor strike is done, and that will bring back all of those shows you love and a ton of movies. And that's really apparently I've not really been brought up to speed on it. I'm very happy that we've been able to pull that off, and apparently it's a good contract. Well, of course, in a year we'll be going, oh, God, this was fucked. How did we miss that? But that's usually the way it is. But very exciting for me, Inside Out 2, which I'm reprising the role of Anger. I'm just the voice of Anger, and I really we were rolling along with it. I didn't think we'd be able to get it out this year. And we are. It'll open June 14th in theaters near you, and that really made me very happy because I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Because I, like you, have only a certain sense of what it's going to be like. If you've not seen the trailer, it's pretty. I think it's a really well done, and you can catch it on my on any of my feeds, or just go to Google and hit Inside Out 2, and the preview of it, the trailer, will launch, and you will. And they say it's the largest launch of any trailer in Disney history. I don't know exactly what that means, and I tried to look it up, and my stinking computer here prevented me from finding that information. I'm going to look right now. What the largest launch means is that in 24 hours, there were 157 million views, which is quite exciting for all of us involved in it. And so thanks. Take a look yourselves if you haven't. And I do think you're going to enjoy that trailer. And we beat out Frozen 2. Yes, sirree. That'll teach Frozen. That'll teach Frozen 2. The other stories this week are really they voted to in Ohio. The vote was the good people of Ohio voted to enshrine in their constitution the right to abortion. Yeah, yep, and that happened, and all sorts of people around the country flipped out, and because democracy, that's democracy. When the government doesn't respond to the needs and the wants of the people in many states can go ahead and overrule the idiots who are not listening to them, and the deaf who basically wander in the marble halls of justice and other places. This was a huge victory in a lot of ways, they say, and it's a huge victory and creates huge hysteria. And then there's a whole group of Republicans in Ohio who are basically trying to overturn the will of the people. Yes, sirree. They're trying to make sure that it doesn't happen. That's right. They're trying to find a way. As the one of the greatest assholes in the history of governance, Rick Santorum, felt that that there was something violently wrong with direct democracy, with people actually voting on their own as opposed to having elected representatives vote for them, like he's a 15th century. This is 15th century democracy. You elect the land barons, and then they will speak for us because the rest of us are idiots. Fucking sickening. You represent the people, Mr. Santorum, when you're involved. You don't get to fucking decide for the people. All right? You're nobody's fucking babysitter. Okay? Your beliefs do not dominate. If you already believe in the Bible, that's it. Fine. If you think this is horrifying for the good people of Ohio, those who voted for it will go to hell, and you won't have to worry about them there. You and the 7 others will be able to play some wonderful games of whist and whatever else. Euchre, maybe. No, that's too good for you. So Joe Manchin isn't running. There's another one. And I don't even have time to discuss that. It's not even worth the discussion. I'm not going to discuss it. And of course, that leaves a big hole, and there's all sorts of conjecture on what's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. All right, we will see. The Republican debate was just another let's go descend into lunacy. Really, I mean, beyond. It's just beyond my. That's the best we got. That's the best we got, and the White House is the best we got. And they don't even have anybody on the bench, and the ones that they do have on the bench. Well, apparently, if Gavin Newsom ran, he wouldn't do too well. And but that's enough of that. And the Beatles song came out. I guess it was really last week, kind of, and the new Beatles song. And as it being the times we're living through, it was one of the most. People are very excited about it for some reason. I thought it was It was like a perfect Beatles song for now because it was. Like us, profoundly mediocre. Profoundly. And that's enough of that. I've got to move on. I've got things to do. I've got people to see, places to go. I leave tomorrow, as I told you, to go down for the Love You Project. And I got to get back for that. And so I hate to leave you hanging. Apparently, it just passed this along as I was getting ready this evening. The good people of the week told me that there seems to be a surge in child labor in this country, and why not? Huh? For those of you out there who think that business doesn't need to be regulated, that's it. It's why we have government, okay? Is to oversee that kind of bullshit and nonsense, is to make rules that will fucking control the business and its fucking overwhelming thirst for profits, okay? You don't hire a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old, whatever, because to improve your fucking profit margin. I will grant you there is too much red tape, but there has to be some tape. All right? That it's got to be done, whether you like it or fucking not. And you get nowhere by shutting government down. You get somewhere by sitting down and figuring out what rules really work to make it work and what rules hinder it from working properly and allowing the things that need to be done. And that's all I got to say about that. And I'm going to end with this. Phenomenally, former President Donald Trump, who lost to Biden in 2020, they've got to tell that to people. Assured supporters in New Hampshire that his margin of victory in 2024 will be so huge that they needn't vote. Don't worry about voting. Trump said, we got plenty of votes. So maybe this time he's going to go out and find the votes that were stolen from him. And he can go steal votes and win that way, or however this is going to play itself out. Because I think we're still a ways away from this election. And so until we're moving closer, take a deep breath, relax, don't panic, and stop listening to the assholes, okay? And then I hear somebody going, but you're one of the assholes. Yep, I'm certainly not going to deny that. I do hope you enjoy I read some really wonderful new rants this week. It's always a pleasure to do that. I will be doing more of that as time goes on. I assure you, unless something huge comes along, unless Inside Out 3, unless Inside Out 2 is so big, we immediately start making Inside Out 3 with people. Oh my God, how exciting will that be? I know you're just quivering when I said it. Uh, it is time for me to move on and to tell you what a joy it is to spend time with you, and how much you mean to me. I can't say that enough. It's it's been a good run this fall, and as we uh, head toward the winter, and really have an exceptional Thanksgiving. Enjoy it. It's not Christmas, all right? Try not to scream at your family. Try to have a good time, and try to believe that things are going to get better, if just for a moment, when you've had enough to drink. Take care of each other. Today's show is sponsored by Microdose Gummies. Microdose Gummies deliver perfect entry-level doses of THC that help you feel just the right amount of good. Have you ever wondered what microdosing is? Those who microdose do so for a variety of reasons. It might be to reduce anxiety, get in the zone creatively, or recover after a strenuous workout. Multitaskers microdose so they can focus and get work done. Others might need it to reduce anxiety or to wind down the day and get some restful sleep. I mean, that's the reason I use it. I have always had trouble sleeping, and microdose gummies give me a leg up on that, if that's the way I can put it. I've never used the word leg up, but I just did. And microdose gummies does the job when it comes to sleep for me. Microdose, by the way, is available nationwide. To learn more about microdosing THC, go to microdose.com and use code LEWIS, LEWIS, to get free shipping and 30% off your first order. Links can be found in the show description, but again, that's microdose.com and code LEWIS. Look, there's a lot of stuff that I hate in this world. I mean, you know that. It's why you listen to this podcast, right? Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. But I know one thing that everybody hates, and that's bad sleep. I mean, maybe you're lying in bed just trying to get to sleep in the first place, or maybe you're a hot sleeper, so you're waking up dripping in sweat. That's why I'm glad to partner with GhostBed. They're a family-owned company, and they've been around for 20 years, so they know what they're doing. They don't just slap together mattresses like some of these other companies. They actually take the time to make a high-quality, made-in-the-USA mattress that's going to help you get the sleep you deserve, and it's going to last. If you're a hot sleeper, you'll want to check out the GhostBed Luxe, which is dubbed the coolest mattress in the world. Try out your mattress for 101 nights with their sleep trial. Shipping is free, and most orders ship within 24 hours of checking out. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedding accessories, or get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code Lewis at ghostbed.com/Lewis for 40% off site-wide. Limited time only. Patricia Wake, all the way from over the sea. I'm an expat living in Ireland and have for the last 15 years. I love living in a country with strict gun laws and universal health care. And who wouldn't, Patricia? Except us here. When I come back to the USA, I'm accused of not being a patriot. What a load of bullshit. I still vote, I pay my taxes, and still disgusted with school shootings, out of control, illegal immigrants, and billionaires getting outrageous tax breaks. I ironically moved to Europe to care for my father and mother-in-law. Getting them into a wonderful care facility was easy and simple, unlike the USA, where they are required to prove over and over again that they need elderly care. Yes, I'm saying it. Screw the USA and its insurance system and lack of basic care of our citizens. Love, the happy expat. Well, thank you, Patricia. I love Ireland. It's a good choice. And it's really people you're not patriotic for choosing to spend time in another country. And maybe well, I've said it before and again, maybe it'd be good if we actually learn stuff from the other countries, but they're not as smart as we are they? No. Not according to many in our government who are not smart at all. Thank you. Michael Mishark with an interesting take on things. I'm neither right or left on most issues, but what pisses me off from both sides the most, okay, is climate change. And let me stress this. I believe we all need to do more. But regulating manufacturing to China and 20 other countries only harms 99% of us. I want to fucking knock out everyone under 25 who says it was the last two generations who messed everything up and they need to fix it. Yes, air pollution was a real problem, and they made changes. Yet all these kids order stuff online every day, drink 10 water bottles a day, and protest no more oil. Then they say, that's why I recycle. Well, only 10% of plastic at best is recycled, and that number's on the high side. And most of that is made into things that can't be recycled. Right jackasses say there's no such thing as climate change, and the left only talks about things that make their biggest supporters rich. So fuck off, DC, and fuck off if you think driving an electric car eliminates using petroleum. Clean natural gas is not caring. Okay, preaching about global warming while ordering food every day and the newest, cheapest gadget on Amazon just to throw out 100 pieces of shit when having your maid clean, who probably is paid half the minimum wage. They say the average person eats a credit card of plastic every week. Would have hated to figure that out. So, all you climate crazies, open your fucking eyes and don't let these politicians dictate your rage. The deniers, the same goes for you. But if they're over 60, they didn't make new problems, and they will be dead soon. You see, half the plastic in the world was manufactured after 2005. Politically, there's a lot I disagree with you on, and most of the people around me don't like you, but it is their loss. Unlike Saturday Night Live, you've always been funny. With Trump and now Biden, can't all Americans agree we need to do better? If we put 10-cent deposit, just a 10-cent deposit on all plastic containers in every state, and regulated the plastic type to be 100% recyclable, think of how little effort it would be to make a big change. Huh? In Michigan, there are never bottles on the side of the road. Oh, and to any asshole in an electric car who tosses trash out going down the road and gives me a dirty look because I drive a full-sized truck, fuck off. I'm one of the few who work construction and wish I could still buy a work truck. Yes, the gadgets are nice, but they are not $80,000 nice. Okay? Love you. Love you. One of your few conservative, not Republican fans. Well, thank you for sharing that, Michael. I'm sorry if I screwed up a little the wording along the way, but I'm glad you said what you had to say, and it's true. I have friends who yell about some of the same things you've just mentioned. But to blame my generation, you can in part, as far as I can see. But this problem is so much bigger, and it's just deal with, like you say, let's deal with it. Okay, it's not that tough. We're smarter than this. We should be at least. We should be at least a lot fucking smarter than this. Thanks, Michael. Now I'm pissed. For Mark Matthews, another rant about the employers out there. This rant is strictly for the employers out there, and I will start with a healthy fuck you. I'm sick and tired of hearing employers say, no one wants to work. What the fuck? Let's start this out right. I went into the military to learn a trade. When I got back, my unit was put on alert status, and that makes finding work really hard. So I had to find what I could get. By the time I was released from my military contract, my credentials were way out of date. The GI Bill was not an option for me at all. Fucking recruiters. I've had way too many jobs in my life for any of you to tell me that it is all my fault. Some, yes, but not all. Most of you fuckers run off any good help you get. Let me share a list of the bullshit. If you offer training, then fucking train. Stop being a group of sarcastic assholes. Stop telling us we can be replaced. You hired me because I show up to work sober and ready to go. But the guy I have to work with smells like a bum that got kicked out of a beer plant. And you put the fucker in equipment? Big stuff. I mean, things that can run me the fuck over like I'm not there. And fuck your safety policies. They don't work. You never listen when there is a real life-threatening problem, but we have to listen and sign papers to some real stupid shit. Some do help, okay? Let's be clear on that. Some. Stop yelling at us like Lewis Black on a rant. It does not make me work any harder, but it sure does make me want to look for other work. Besides, as much as I can be as angry as Mr. Black, there is only one, so stop stealing his shtick. There's only one, and you ain't him. Yes, we can all agree that I have issues. The VA will not let me get in to get my issues fixed. The VA will not let me get in so that I can get my issues fixed. Yes, I am hard to hire due to it. We are fucking tired of being yelled at. With love, the Angry Anglo, Victor. I don't quite understand that. It says it's written by Mark Matthews and ends with Victor. You'll have to explain that to me. Or maybe you have two personalities. But thank you, Mark, and thank you, Victor. The Angry Anglo. Thanks for being angry and thanks for sharing. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me. Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly for the Laugh Button Podcast.